All right, you are good.
Hello, good morning. Well, we try, it's weird. So, essentially, I was actually took a picture of the schedule and was going to tweet out, and I realized that Burton DeWitt and Joseph Lowry's phone numbers were there, so I didn't tweet out, Dave.
Yeah.
So what was going to happen was I was going to do a Sporty R McKenzie episode today. We had 3 guests lined up. I did the open, which I thought was actually pretty good.
Yep.
Funny enough.
It was.
And I did the first interview. And I just it just didn't feel. The magic has to be exactly right, Dave.
Yep.
I just didn't. I'm not going to give the audience in 70 or obviously I'm not Sporty R McKenzie.
Yep.
So they brought me in here just because I guess Sporty wasn't. Well, you were here. You explained to me what was going on with Sporty. I didn't even see him. He left before I got here.
Yeah, he walked in. You could already, as soon as he walked in, you could tell he wasn't.
He wasn't feeling it?
I don't know if it was something.
He's a podcast guy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just. I don't think
Maybe
he's
he
a
has a lot going on. I have no idea.
Yeah,
like
he just wasn't. Did you speak to him or was he professional?
He just kind of give a head nod.
Yeah,
But he's all business typically. Anyway,
Sure. How was his interview with Michael Drojak?
It was less than stellar.
Did you get the sense that Sporty was annoyed?
Yeah,
with him? During the process.
Yeah. I didn't know why though, but I just knew there was an annoyance there.
Yeah, I think Sporty's a perfectionist, so it has to be exactly right for the audience, which I respect. We actually did pass each other briefly in the hall and kind of nodded at each other. So it was going to be Sporty R McKenzie today. Some listeners might even know who I'm talking about. He's a great rival and yet somebody I admire very much. So maybe Sporty will be back down the line at some point. But I'll
say this: it was stressful working for Sporty. I'll say that.
Is that right?
Stressful. Yeah.
Well, I will say, so I will give a little behind the scenes if people want to hear it. And this will be a podcast as well today, Dave, I imagine.
Yes, yeah. Which I'm actually disappointed because Sporty recorded a great pre-roll commercial. And I wish we could have used that.
We can still use it. We can throw it in here at some point.
Okay.
At one point, there was a video sent to me, I don't know why, by intern Harrison.
Yes.
And you were on it, and it suggested at the end that I was Sporty R McKenzie.
Yeah, I don't know why he would think that.
I don't understand that. I don't like that. The Sporty's not me. I'm not Sporty, so...
Now, granted, just to play devil's advocate for a second, there are some parody accounts, or I should say there were some parody accounts of Sporty R McKenzie, and your face was used on those accounts. That's not you, though.
I can't control that,
Sporty.
as we know in the world of Elon Musk now. It doesn't work that way. So, swing and a miss. I don't quite know how to describe it other than to say, I'll speak for Sporty. It felt like doing a greatest hit that you just didn't feel like playing at that time. I didn't, I'm speaking for Sporty. Maybe I'll give him a call later, but But look, I'm not going to. Sporty's not going to go out there and give you a half-assed and just put it out there for the audience. So instead, we'll give you the half-assed Friday version. We have nobody on, and Sporty R McKenzie falls through. So here it is. We'll get to an hour or so, one way or another. I can promise you that.
I'll say this, tracking down high school football reporters for Sporty for some reason proved very difficult. However, if you want to talk about the Kazoo Grand Slam,
people are in?
About 12 people were available to discuss that. So, yeah.
Okay. And Joseph Lowry is going to talk about the World Cup at 10.
Yeah, he was ready for that. Yep. Plenty of people for the World Cup. Yep.
So, So that happened. So I'm trying to think of anything that's going on in our world in the last 24 hours or so. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting.
No, I do think people are going to be happy about this. I would say that 90.
I was surprised at the amount of people who were
believed.
There was some anger too. I don't really.
Yeah, it was a big
one episode. What's the big deal? So you got a show today, so be happy.
And by the way, that was a decent idea. It's just out of left field.
What do you mean idea?
Like Barstool, trying out new content on your feed.
I can tell even you were impressed that I came up with that.
Yes, I was very impressed.
Yeah, I can tell you were impressed with that one.
I was more impressed with that than the idea you came up with yesterday that I think one person heard. But the other thing.
I think that's a good idea. The other one is a good idea.
Yeah, but I was more impressed with
it's a better idea.
It's a better one.
Yeah, good job there, Dave. Dave and I are talking about the fucking case and literally laying out crazy shit. And some random guy is still on the phone line who Dave did not hang up on. The guy is like messaging us like, hey, I'm hearing everything.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm like...
Luckily, it was one person, and I learned a lesson in that one, actually. Yeah, I learned a lesson.
What's that?
The internet is not always telling you what's happening. Let's say that. So we have a new strategy going forward.
My level of genius is such that when I come up with like ideas for the idea itself is a great idea. The testing out different podcasts and then expiring. Like that's a great business idea.
It's a phenomenal idea. I mean, it's with this show specifically, I think it would have to be like you made it sound like anything could be there. Like,
right.
I think it would have to be a different show than what Barstool currently has offered.
Like different talent.
Like the only thing that would make sense to put here would be
like Brandon.
KFC Radio.
Stylistically. You could have Rico and Brandon doing something.
A new show. That's a new show.
Yeah, correct. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to worry about it. I have a couple of people at Barstool reach out to me like, what's something going on? High up.
Well, everybody, like Erica was tagged, Dave was tagged.
High up were like, is something going on? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. You guys are in charge, not me. Damn it. It's welcome to this. It's such a wonderful place to. I don't know.
I wonder how does Sporty hit that magic? Like what is the element?
I think I'll speak for Sporty.
Yeah.
We've spoken many times about this privately. I think this is the one instance where live means more.
Yes.
Taped feels inorganic.
Yep.
Which is why I think Sporty had considered YouTube for a while and was sort of a cover, because Sporty doesn't want to be seen with a cover, because then these. Yeah.
But Sporty was quick to say no to the YouTube.
Well, he was okay with it. I mean, he wasn't sure. He didn't realize till now, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would like to talk to Joseph Lowry about the World Cup, but that's Sporty's terrain. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I got to let these guys know.
I think Burton will be okay.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
I suspect.
Yeah.
What's going on? Anything going on? I know that you weren't ready for this, but
no, I was very deep into the case yesterday before I got blackballed by big tech.
You messaged 700 people in a day.
It's gonna happen. Yep. I would say that Dan Snyder thing is a pretty big story. The AG going after him is big.
I suppose. I don't even. I know I'm an idiot. What is FTX? I know I'm stupid. Like, explain it to me.
I'm not wrong. That's a big Steve conversation. But FTX is
I mean, crypto is just collapsing, right?
A platform to buy crypto,
right? Which is completely collapsing, right?
I don't know how. I think Bitcoin's been in a struggle for a while. But
I will say I am getting annoyed, a little annoyed. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do or not to do. But all these fake blue check marks now are starting to piss me off a little bit.
It's just dumb.
It's getting like, now my head is getting confused. Like I don't really care, but it's just now it's like, it's making me almost like dizzy or something.
Well, right before Sporty walked in, I was reading a tweet that said you can no longer purchase the Twitter blue, and then the check marks were gone. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Do I still have a check? The regular like celebrities still have their check marks?
I believe so.
I'm a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like whoever the chosen people.
Yes, but then why is like Elon responding to Dave Portnoy saying, "I even pay $8"? Like, why? You already had the blue check mark.
Well, I assume I would have to pay $8, right?
To keep it?
Yeah, right. No.
So at some point it's going to disappear.
I think.
I have no fucking clue. I have no clue. Part of me loves the madness, and then the other part of me is like, why is this all worth it? Like, I don't know. Why is he doing this?
Yeah, I know. He's going to blow the whole thing up.
Yeah.
The other thing is Trump, who has completely lost his mind. If this is this true?
All the shit.
Glenn Youngkin thing, or is that's thing? I don't even know if people are real or not. Like, is that actually Trump?
Can never tell. It looked like it was Trump. I'm not on Truth Social, so I couldn't click anything to verify it. But
he is fucking snapping.
Yeah, it's fantastic to watch.
It is interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that live, because Sporty used to take calls, right?
Yeah, Sporty used to take calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yep.
I think he did. I don't know. I'd have to ask Curtis, I guess.
And Sporty, like, he spoke to, was that part of it too? Is that
was live when he spoke to us? Oh, like Mike Lombardi?
Yeah, like Michael Dwojak, who seems like a very nice human being. I don't think he's not ESPN or anything like that. Is that a difference maker? That could be a difference maker. No? Do you not care?
Do I? Why would I care?
I don't know. I didn't know if that makes it. Obviously, it makes it better to have Michael Lombardi.
It's not me. What would I?
Oh yeah. Well, do you care on behalf of Sporty? I mean,
well, I think Sporty spent his career around the country interviewing people like Michael Dwojak. Oh. Like he doesn't. I don't think he thinks he's better than.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
Sporty he had a great story. He told me he was going to tell Joseph Lowry about how soccer kept people united during the pandemic. Yeah. He was working at the time at the North Dakota radio station during the beginning of the pandemic, and he had a friend Jacques who lived in Canada. It was literally right in the border, and they couldn't cross the border at the time. He was telling me, but they could stand closer than you and I are right now. And Sporty would say to Jacques, soccer, and Jacques would say no, football, and they would just do that back and forth every day. Oh. Yeah, so I thought maybe that'd be an interesting tale to tell Joseph Lowry.
Yeah, that sounds like an interesting tale for him.
Yeah, and Sporty's always in the middle of controversy too. He's telling me he was in working in Minnesota doing minor league baseball one season, and it was small, and there was a strip mall next to the field. And when the guy had the home run, he always screamed, "There's a bomb!" But it turned out there was an abortion clinic next to the baseball field, so big controversy. They had to shut down that call.
There you go.
Yeah, so his new call was Barracuda. He told me. Again, Dave, these are all things that were somebody may have written down at 2:30 this morning that just didn't. That felt great at the time, but
it is a shame because he actually bared his soul a little bit to start the show, right?
He did. That was emotional.
That was an emotional moment. So.
I mean, I didn't hear it. Well, it was emotional, though?
It was emotional. He didn't cry, which just kind of shows his personality a little bit. But it's
not his Twitter back history story, is it? That's rough.
He might have went into that a little bit.
It's amazing. Even Barstool would give him a platform.
I know.
And Erica, I know, was ready to offer this guy a contract. I mean, let's be honest. He's fucking better than most of the people at the company.
By the way,
he's not as good as Content Kim.
Oh, he's definitely as good as Content Kim. Yes, I finally got through that dog walk with Erica and Eddie yesterday, and you were right about that one. Not too much.
Eddie's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
Any nuggets or no company nuggets?
Not really. I mean, it doesn't sound overly exciting, the split that's happening. Like she said, comedy in New York, sports in Chicago, entertainment in LA, and that doesn't sound.
Who's in LA?
I just almost took that as chicks in the office going to LA.
Oh, they're just moving to LA.
I don't know. I have no knowledge of that.
Yep. I was told by sources that people at Barstool were. I'm a Graham guy.
Mm-hmm.
The people at the company were pissed at Alex Bender for tweeting out that picture of who's it, Sophia Franklin with Graham. I don't know why. Who cares? It's kind of funny. What does it matter?
Because she was the one who was the ringleader behind trying to fuck over Barstool and Dave Portnoy and she was dating Suitman.
But so what? Why would that piss off adults? Who cares? He's just being a goofball.
Because the company is clearly, deliberately pushing her for whatever reason that may be.
Yeah.
But that's probably not the smartest thing to do. But I don't know. I think if you did that, you stir shit up all the time. And
is that what you're supposed to be doing or no?
I don't know. It's kind of out of left. I think that's an out of left field move for her to try to stir shit up on purpose. So I don't think she was trying to do anything on purpose. I just think she just did it to to get a laugh out of random people.
I guess.
Yeah. Whatever.
Anything else going on? What else?
I don't think there's anything else too overly exciting that we would have done. We probably would have found some audio from somewhere out there, but
good.
Yeah.
I mean, look, again, this is life. It doesn't always work. So you try. I think I could have barreled through it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sporty could have barreled through it. I don't know.
I'm going to say 50 high school sports reporters have an email in their inbox, and Michael Dwojak is one of 2 people to respond.
This is why. We can have this conversation now. You're like every other producer of all time, and that you are allergic to hiring interns. I don't know why that is. This is a classic intern assignment. You should really
yes
not
and
be
no.
No and no.
They can't know about it though. They can't know about the people didn't know what they were coming on to. They didn't know the show.
What was an email you sent?
What was the email that I sent?
No.
I think it was something along the lines of produce a podcast out of Boston, but it has a national focus. We like to highlight a high school sports game of the week with that situation.
So you can give that instruction to an intern. Say send that to 70 people.
Yeah. Yep. I should get an intern. That's a good idea.
Why haven't you thought? Honestly, why haven't you thought of that?
Yeah, no, it's probably more for now, just because of what's going on with the case.
Why? Yeah. Producers never hire interns. They're always afraid.
It's not afraid of anything. It's just you just don't.
Why?
I don't know.
What are you looking at?
Look at the last one.
Who's the last one?
Wasn't that my guy Jack?
But that wasn't real.
Yeah.
I'm saying a real competent intern.
Yeah, that search needs to begin today.
Today? I mean, what are you talking about? Oh God.
Yeah.
I did actually have a show when I was driving in today. I forget. So who was it going to be today if there was no Sporty? Where were you at?
Where was I at?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was just finding new names because who turned me down that they weren't available? Did I hear back from Vindog? No.
You hear back from him?
I probably would have asked you if it was okay if I reached out to RA. I think that would have been it.
So you had nothing then, basically.
Well, everybody, I think.
What do you say? Who is everybody?
Who did I gotta go back to my emails and see who I reached out to. I had a new person that I wanted to use that I would have asked you if he said yes, and that was that guy, that friend of Ryan Whitney's that I asked. Let's see.
Who's that?
He goes by Foles, but I told you he's kind of like Jerry Light.
Oh.
Yeah. I asked you about Andy Mayo. You didn't want him.
This is what we're talking about. Jesus Christ.
I know. But you do want like stuff like that, don't you? You want more of like fans.
Not him, no.
You hate him?
I just don't need him in my life. No,
Yeah.
it's pretty useless to me.
Okay.
He's fine, whatever, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe Michael Dwojak will be next Fridays.
Could be.
Yeah.
Barstool. Fuck, I just saw it while you were talking. Give me a second. Oh, we do have trivia on Monday night. We're taping, me and Rico and Big Ev against Stu's team.
Who's on Stu's team?
Dave's friend. What's the guy's name?
Oh, Ilio?
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody else.
Ilio would be a good one. I've reached out to him for Fridays. He'd be a good Friday.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
He seems annoying on videos to me.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then somebody else. I don't know. Everyone says they're a terrible team, but I'm not taking them lightly. Rico was like, this one, can I do my own... He's basically like, this is a win. Can I do my niche for the show?
Really?
Yeah. I'm like,
Really?
this is what we're trying to go undefeated here. Like, you can't overlook anybody. You get toppled. That doesn't work that way.
Wow, that's a move by Rico right there.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
Well, that shows trust in your team, I guess. Right? Having the guts to ask that question. That shows a lot.
I guess. I don't know. So yeah, we do that Monday night. I don't know. You have to. Jeff will sure tweet. Probably up. We'll be up the same week or no?
I don't know if he's doing it that quick or not.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Though I feel like he had the live shows up like the next day, the other day. So
that's different, I suppose. But yeah. And we did have the news. I saw broke it yesterday.
Yep.
That they have a historic, like Maura Healey herself, of the first gay afternoon producer in WEI history. I think. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's probably true, I guess. Yeah.
Why do I feel like he's going to be even more awkward with talking about that or joking about that? When
I heard the announcement was like bizarre.
Yeah, the one that Lou did or whatever. Yeah, it was just like over the top, like as if people remember him being on.
Nobody knows who he is. Yeah. I don't mean that bad. I like Arcand and everything. I'm sure he'll like. So he's an on-air personality, right?
Yes.
But he's just going to be producing the show with 3 people already on it.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, because typically in that spot, right, the person who does that is also answering the phones. Like, it's
they have 2 people though, right?
Yeah, but they have the guy who runs the board can't answer the phones at the same time, or he doesn't.
So, he doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Curtis answered the phones for you guys, so he was producer and call screener there.
Oh, so you're saying Arcand won't work the buttons?
He will not work the buttons, to my knowledge. No. No.
He's a producer plus.
Yes. It's a nice little new role. I haven't
So
heard that one
source told
before.
us, right?
Yeah.
Our
Told
guy,
us very early in that process.
very late that day, but very early that morning.
Very late that day, yeah.
Yeah. So I was in the works for a while, but like, it's typical Entercom, whatever they're called now. Well, they think this is going to matter. Like, people are going to be like, oh, I'm not going to listen to Felger and Maz anymore because Christian Arcand is like what? I mean, again, I like him. I'm rooting for him. He's been on the show. Good guy, but it's not going to matter at all.
No.
I don't think.
No, not really.
But they're going to get a lot of calls about him taking it in the ass.
Yeah.
Like a million taking it in the ass.
Probably
calls.
should have had him like just go to the middays, you know?
To produce it, you mean?
I feel like nights, like their ratings they were so much bigger on 98.5 that more people know Christian Arcand than probably know fucking Andy Gresh at this point.
I guess. I mean, does it even matter though? I don't even think it matters.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just glad. I'm glad Mutt survived again. I don't know how he does it, but
Yeah.
is Arcand gonna have a show anywhere?
He's going to do Saturdays 1 to 4.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Guy's like 40. What is he fucking doing with his life? That's depressing.
It probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to add Arcand to Mutt's show, right? Like give another voice to it.
I don't know. I don't listen. I mean, maybe. I know Mutt doesn't like him, so
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Congratulations to Christian Arcand, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, Dave. I'm sort of frazzled right now. Not frazzled. Not even annoyed. Not even annoyed. I don't mind it. The beauty of a swing is you don't. In the middle of it, if it's not going well, it's okay to stop it, as we've done with the case before, and say, "Hey, look."
As we've done with the case.
Yeah,
3 times.
Be like, "Hey, this isn't. We're gonna go. We got to try a different route to get here."
Yeah.
I'm a plotter. I'm methodical.
In fairness, like how the recent move with the case was based off of like significant interest.
Well, sure.
You know what I mean? Like that was like that's an impulse thing where like, yep.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not, you know me, I'm methodical. I take my time with stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't want to jump in there and rush it, and but yeah,
I just want to just point out, and I know it wasn't for you and it wasn't for this show specifically, but I would like to point out that Sporty had 3 guests booked for today. I just want to point that out, and somebody did attain that goal. So
you're saying you're taking credit for getting Michael Dwojak, Burton DeWitt, and Joseph Lowry?
Yes. Yes.
Those are good gets.
I'm just telling you.
Burton DeWitt is the host of the weekly Dartcast.
Sounds like a good guy. Yeah.
He was a nice guy?
Yeah, seems like it.
And Michael Dwojak was a nice guy, I'm told.
Yeah.
Shaw Local News Network.
His article, I don't know if you have that in front of you. It said that division is the best football in Chicago. I wonder if
the number 1 in the state, I was told.
Yeah, I wonder if Dan Katz or Eddie or those guys would argue against that. I don't know.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
And Van Barnveled headlines Kazoo Grand Slam of Darts qualifiers in Barnsley.
Yeah.
At the Metrodome.
And then I didn't know if you wanted to if Sporty wanted to possibly talk to somebody from Barstool about the Barstool Invitational that's happening today.
That doesn't work. The blurring reality.
I was going to ask you,
Sporty's favorite thing.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who would that have been?
I wondered if maybe you would like to. Sporty would like to talk to a friend of the show, like a Rico Bosco per se.
No, it doesn't. Do you understand how it works or not?
I'm just telling you. I was going to ask.
What do you mean my reaction
first? Your opinion before I brought it to
What was
Sporty.
my opinion?
I didn't do it because I knew what your answer would be. Yes.
Sporty is an important part of my life, and I don't want to not that, but just in general put out. If Sporty doesn't feel good about his content, I'm not going to put Sporty in a position to feel bad about himself. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just simply not going to participate in that.
Yeah.
That's just not the way I'm going to play bridge with the guy. I love him. He means too much to me. Done. Fucking forget about it.
Did you buy the Springsteen album? Because that was released this week, right?
Well, I have it on.
Yeah, you guess you should have it on Spotify or whatever.
So I'm stupid. So I have it on not iTunes. What is this?
Apple Music.
Apple Music.
Yeah.
So I just pay a monthly fee and I get everything I want.
Yes.
So how does Springsteen get credit for that?
Springsteen is being paid by Apple Music based on the number of streams, downloads.
So they know when I hit every stream here?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I would have bought it. I don't. But the days of
But you're not you're a huge fan, but you're not like a memorabilia guy with him, right?
What do you mean, like the vinyl of it?
Like you don't want to know that you own all the albums. Like
I owned all the albums up to a certain point, and I stopped buying the albums because it was just silly to stand there and to look at albums I'm not going to listen to. Yeah. Cassettes, but I mean, I've probably even I'm not a big you've never seen me wearing a Bruce Springsteen shirt. Like there's not a lot of that in my life. No, as a kid, yes, but as an adult, it feels weird. When I go to a show, I'm not going to wear a shirt.
No.
I mean, I suppose I could. I don't really.
Do you buy the shirt?
No. At the show?
Yeah.
The last one I did was with my brother, Ryan, at Mohegan in 2014. I bought a shirt that night. I liked it. But I wore it once, and I was like, I never wore it again.
Yep.
It feels odd, like looking at the.
Well, it becomes like a workout shirt, nothing else, right?
I guess, but but then it's like, I don't know, I'm like looking at the human being. I don't know. It just feels, I don't know. But as a kid, all I ever wore were Larry Bird shirts, like every day to school. So I don't know when that changed, but I don't know. Will I buy a shirt on this next tour if I like the shirt? Maybe, I guess, I suppose. I don't know.
You just feel like you're supporting him when you do that, don't you?
I don't know if I don't think he needs it. So
I will say this about not buying albums per se, but I went to the library for the first time in probably 25 years a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, for K stuff or just to go?
Just to go, bring my daughter, and kill time. And I saw the section of like CDs.
Oh, they still have them there.
They still have them, and it brought back some kind of feeling.
For
like
sure,
it brought back,
no question. And then you're a CD generation.
Yeah,
no doubt. I'm a records and cassettes. Yeah.
So
yeah.
And the library is a hidden gem. I think you've been preaching that for a while.
Nobody loves the library more than me. It's the greatest.
That's a hidden gem for killing time if you got a little.
And if you can do some. Even if you have work you have to do, you can kind of get a little nook, do your spots.
Yep.
Not bad. Not a bad thing.
Mine are tough ages for it.
Yeah.
But,
no, you're in trouble then.
Because they do have like play areas, but whatever.
What do you mean?
Like they have areas where kids can play, but my kids they can't be quiet, unfortunately. So like I could do shit there and they could play if they could be quiet, but they can't be.
Yeah, that is not easy. That is not easy. All right. Okay. We'll take a few calls. I'm rattled.
Yeah.
Not rattled, just annoyed. Not even annoyed. I can't really describe it. I'm okay, but it's just I don't know.
You think Sporty likes like an audience too? Like did it help that more people were there and everything?
Where?
For Sporty on radio?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who's the other guy? Jesus, I know this guy. Jeff just tweeted out the matchups for next week. Press KFC radio's called like all over America, right?
Oh, Nate.
Nate. Yeah, I know Nate. These guys are like in Phoenix. You see this?
Yeah.
Good for them. Yeah, Portnoy seems to be very into this FXT thing. FTX thing, rather.
I mean, he had his DDTG thing going on for so long, so maybe he's just kind of it's a constant content filler while he's not doing other stuff. Maybe I don't know.
Yes. I suppose. Yeah. I don't know. I was drive back with Mike the other day. Was it yesterday? No, the other day.
Drive back with Mike.
Was that? Yeah, we didn't do a show with Mike yesterday. It was 2 days ago.
No, 2 days ago.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah.
Did you drive? Oh, you didn't drive back because we did an interview after.
Correct.
That's right. I forgot about that. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Hi.
I just think people aren't expecting today, unfortunately.
We'll give it a minute.
Yeah.
Hello. It's a holiday as well, Dave. Don't forget.
Oh, that's right.
I know.
Thank you to all our veterans.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much. Did you thank a veteran today or no?
Not yet. No. I don't really have any in my life. We're
Nobody?
We're a family of pussies. Yeah.
Big Jack? No.
Nope.
Same. Your grandfather maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure somewhere along the lines there.
You don't know if your grandfather served in the military or not?
I don't believe he did. I don't
Either?
think so. I wouldn't remember it.
Wouldn't remember.
I don't. Maybe I should like do a test to see what I remember and what I don't. I don't have a memory.
We've done it. You failed it.
Okay, so like
I know.
Can you make fun of me then if I should be diagnosed with something? Like I've lost.
What I'm saying is you have no. Here's the thing. You have no curiosity.
But then I had no curiosity in my entire life.
You clearly don't care if you're so. Like my dad's dad was older. He definitely did not serve in the military.
Yep.
My mom's dad did. He served he was in World War II. Like I know this. I've read about it, talked to him a little bit. He didn't talk much about it to me anyway. Yeah, I talked to my mom about it. So I just was curious. I had that curiosity.
Yeah, but you probably learned at a young age about that. You were curious about it.
So you're blaming your parents.
No, I'm blaming myself. My curiosity, I wasn't too curious about it when I first learned of it.
I would guess if you asked 100 people if their grandparents served, they would all know the answer to that question.
Yeah, but I'm saying I should know the answer to that question, but I don't have a memory anymore. I don't remember things.
Remember things? But
I don't. I hear you say I remember this of third grade. I don't have one memory.
That's not third grade. That's just knowing as life goes on.
No, but I probably learned about it in second or third grade.
Okay. Do you know who George Lucas is?
He's a filmmaker.
Okay. When did you first find out about him? Probably. Second, third grade.
I probably didn't really think about him again until he continually came up in my life over and over and over.
So your grandparents.
My grandfather's not an asshole. He doesn't come up and say, "Hey, I served. Hey, I served. Hey, I served."
Is he alive?
He's not.
Oh, okay.
I only have one grandmother alive, and she
doesn't. Well, she won't remember.
Yeah.
But it's still okay. I don't know what to say. Yeah. That's very odd. Okay, are they loaded up?
They're loaded up.
All right, we'll take a few here, I suppose. Right. We have Milton today?
We do.
All right, we'll talk about them at some point here. The hell out of here. Hello.
Hey, this message is for Rico Bosco. I know you're listening, pal. Don't give up.
Oh, okay.
Your luck's going to turn around. He's talking about retiring. He's got a lot of riders out here following him.
Oh, that's nice.
Keep at it, buddy. Keep grinding.
He's talking about retiring from gambling or from Barstool?
From gambling.
Oh,
he's talking about throwing in the towel. He's had a bad run lately, but he's got to keep grinding. That's all.
Yeah, he won't do that. I promise he won't do that. No, he wouldn't do that.
I feel like that's a bad strategy with the trajectory of Barstool Sports right now. I feel like giving up on gambling is a bad call.
Yeah, I would say we have to be of anything that has even an audience, the least appealing product to Barstool Sports at this point, the company. We're not really like LA entertainment. No, but I'm just saying, like you talk about entertainment LA, Chicago, sports world, New York. We hit none of those things.
No, we mesh all of that together. I actually was a little bit offended when Eddie said that like his is the only show that covers like all these different things. This show covers a lot of fucking different things.
What did he say?
He said like, oh, I on the dog walk, I'll do true crime. I'll do a news story. I'll do sports. I'll do whatever. It's like, well,
he doesn't listen to the show. Yeah, but he doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah.
They don't.
Erica agreed with it.
They don't. Yeah, but she doesn't care about our show either. They don't pay attention to us, which is fine. But like, it's I would not be. Yeah, I just think we don't hit any of those. Check any of those boxes.
I would say we check all of those boxes.
Sports.
Yeah, if there's a sports story, we talk about it. You don't analyze a game, but
yes,
like they would. I would guarantee you, part of my take would prefer to talk about like a sports angle than like who won the game, right? Like they'd rather talk about.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, how long can Tom Brady play football is more of an angle than it is analyzing an actual game.
I suppose it's boring. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Hello.
Lonzo Mosley, FBI.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you doing? Quick question. Not for you, but since you're so close to Sporty, is Sporty going to be watching any second of the Barcelona Invitational? Maybe perhaps to speak with you for his comments and his thoughts about the performance and the announcers and all that jazz.
Is there a Barcelona Invitation? I've not seen that on social media. Is there?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would imagine. I mean, it's a college basketball doubleheader, right?
Yes, sir.
Sporty loves a good college basketball doubleheader. He likes getting there like an hour before. He's got his program. Dave could tell you he's not a iPhone guy. He's not a cell phone guy.
Didn't see it.
No, he doesn't have one. So he'll get there an hour early, have his program. He'll look at the players. He'll scout them. He'll measure them if he can. Get a chance to talk to maybe an assistant coach or two. He loves talking to the old trainers. He loves a scorekeeper. They'll always be like the oldest of the three referees. Sporty will know that guy. He'll talk to him for a while. He'll sit there. He'll get his food before. He doesn't like to get up. And he'll spend 7-8 hours there just sort of watching the game. Oh, Sporty's looking forward to this very much. Very, very much.
And then one more quick thing. So I don't know if you heard about this, but Rico was supposed to be having a halftime show with him and the no-fly list guy.
Really?
Do you think, yes, it was announced on the Yak by Brandon Walker that originally it was supposed to be Walker, Rico, and no-fly zone, and them at halftime. And he just said, fuck this, I'm not doing it. Do you think...
Is there anything in the world like more locked in, harder to pry off of something than Brandon Walker is to that professional wrestler MJF's penis? Is that his name?
God, yeah.
I mean, this guy's like 10 years younger than Brandon Walker. Like, take it. I mean, the guy kind of stinks too. Like, I don't mean to I'm not gonna cut a promo, but like, he's just a ripoff of other. Like, let's not make it out like this guy's anything.
Did you see that promo that they did like with Big Cat?
Yeah, it was whatever. I mean, it's just I just think of what Gaz always said when Brandon bitches about the wrestling podcast. Yeah, you have like The Rock or Roman Reigns or MJF. That's his name, right?
Yep.
You have him on. A lot of people listen. If it's Brandon Walker by himself, there's never been an audience ever. It's a fact, right?
There was an audience that day that he was done with that website and freaked out in the chat. You remember that one?
Yeah, that's how he got the job, right?
Yeah,
we love Brandon, but I mean, let's. I mean, Jesus Christ, move on.
Isn't it Brandon fucking Walker or Brandon?
Yeah. It's like borderline perverted.
BFW.
It's perverted at this point. Like, leave that wrestler alone. Jesus Christ. Go ahead. Hello. Yes.
Goodbye. There you go.
Oh, you had something about Rico
Kirk.
and gone. 1 second. Load up, Dave.
Load up.
One moment. So, Rico is doing a show with Jeff Nadeau?
I guess they must have asked him to do that, and he approved it.
Oh my God, that is shocking to me.
Yeah.
Jesus, Rico. I mean, that's if he needs to do it, but good God. Hello.
Do they think it's like a joke or something?
If
he doesn't like a person, why should he have to work with the person? Why should that have to be? I don't understand why he's like treated like the bad guy.
They're setting him up for a situation. Yeah, it's not smart. Not smart. Then they'll act like I don't know.
I just don't understand like why people think that's weird. If you truly don't like a person,
I don't mind. If it's somebody I hate and they say come in and have a fight with them, I'll do it. Like if they said to go do a show with Clemmer, I'd do them and do the show and fucking hammer them.
Yeah, but that's also like you shouldn't look down upon somebody who doesn't want to do something with a person.
If you hate them, you hate them. I guess. Yeah. Hello.
Kirk, I got to be a little shocked about your shock level of Dave not knowing if his grandfather served when he didn't even know his dad's birthday. So
that's different, though. So how old are you? What's your name, caller?
What? Cam.
Cam?
Cam.
How old are you?
27.
Do you know if your grandfathers served in the military?
Neither of them did.
Okay. Dave, everybody knows this.
I care about experiences. I care about, I'm an in the moment type of guy. All right. Like I said on this podcast very early, I'm not a birthday guy. So if I'm personally not a birthday guy, do you think I give a fuck about other people's birthdays?
That's different than the military. You're moving the goalpost. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, this is
okay,
everything is an indictment of Dave and his like why he does or doesn't.
Well, that shows that's like almost rude.
It's
like,
not
disrespectful
rude.
And like not American.
You think if my grandfather called me today and said, "Can you help me with X?" I wouldn't be there in a second.
What's to do with his service into the military?
Because that really does none of that.
So you don't
stuff.
care if he served in the military or not?
No, I would care.
Right.
But
it just shows me you don't care about our men.
No,
yeah,
stop.
That's when you say that, Cam. That's what
if
it feels
I met
like to
somebody
me.
on the street today and they say I served, I say
here's the
thank
thing,
you for
like,
service.
You think somebody's gonna go to you on the street and say they served?
School, middle school.
Yeah.
In elementary school and middle school, we used to do like projects like write about like a veteran or something like that. Like you didn't have any of those, Dave, where you like
or a hero or something.
Or
no.
like, oh, no, my grandfather didn't.
I actually think I did something on my grandfather thing because he pretended to be Indiana Jones for me, which was a very nice move.
What do you mean?
He used to write me cards every year
the same
as
thing.
Indiana Jones.
I don't understand.
And then I wrote a story about like the evolution of
He wrote
that.
you cards as Indiana Jones?
Yeah, it'd be like, so he had not a condo, I forget where they lived, but in Orlando by Disney World. So they went to Disney World.
Oh, did he
and he would buy
Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Jones postcards and then write them as if he was Indiana Jones.
What would they say? Like he's on a mission or something?
I'm here with the Lost Ark and blah, blah, blah.
Really?
I probably still have them somewhere.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
It means I care about him. I kept those postcards. Isn't that nice?
That is very nice, yeah. Mm-hmm. But did you know it was him or were you that dumb or no?
Until somebody told me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
In ninth grade.
Yeah, well, it happens. Hello. It's really weird.
Hello.
It's kind of sweet. Hello.
Kirk, I need some very serious financial advice.
Yeah, it's not my strength, but I'll do my best.
So I'd say maybe a couple weeks ago, I was at this charity auction and I bought a original copy of the Declaration of Independence for $25.
For $25?
I was wondering if you
steal.
knew where I could liquidate that.
I'm not great at that, but I will say, did anybody try and outbid you for that?
No, I was actually the only bidder.
Well, good for you.
It was a joke, and then
what was the charity?
I guess people were more interested in gift cards and stuff, and there was also
yeah, I can see that.
Instruments there and stuff.
I'll be honest. If you said to me right now, like, here's $500 gift card to Golf Galaxy or the original Declaration, I'd probably be like, just give me the gift card.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
fucking deal with
Definitely.
it. I know it's bad, but it's probably true. Yeah, I'm not a great financial guy. I don't know about FTX or any of that stuff. I know crypto is struggling. Steve's probably legitimately bankrupt at this point.
He probably has a lot of Bitcoin though, so he's all right.
Oh, that's true.
He's a long term.
That's true. I said a big Mainwire exclusive today about something too. I did see that.
Oh, nice.
They load up, Dave?
They load up.
Oh, good. Good morning. Thanks. Thank you very much, callers.
Morning, Kirk.
Hello.
Veterans fuck win.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
I have a kind of a follow-up question from, I think a caller called in either last week about Dave's contract.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dave, I was curious, when you first got hired by Kirk, he was explicit that you were only being hired for the Kirk Minahan show and not the case. So I was curious, since you took the mantle of the producer of the case, have you asked Kirk for a raise?
Nope, and I wasn't planning on it.
Isn't that pretty stupid of you?
You can decide that. I don't know. I'm enjoying doing it, so it's not something that I'm thinking about at the moment. And I asked him to be a part of it. I pitched myself to be a part of it. He kind of got. I mean, I think he just gave into it, but
well, we had Harrison sort of, and I first hired him because I thought he wore glasses and I thought he might be smart, but then I realized he's not that smart, so it was a mistake, and he has no ambition.
If Dave came to you with that proposition saying, "Hey, I'm taking on this entire second podcast, which is bigger than the podcast I'm producing. I think I deserve more money." Would you be willing to have that conversation?
Sure.
All right, Dave, have it, man.
Well, I don't want to do that now. Yeah, I don't want. I would rather. I'm the type of person too that would rather like. That stuff has to play out. Like, let's see how this all goes. It hasn't been released at all. So I wanted to be a part of it. I pitched myself. He agreed to it. Let's get this done and then see what's going on. I will say, I think it's exceeded expectations.
Oh, Dave's done a great job.
I'm sure you were like, Dave's not going to do shit. Even
No,
though
that's not
I told
true.
you
No, I think
help.
you'd work hard. No, that's not right. You've done a great job.
was just as big as a hit as season 1, Dave. You'll have that conversation.
Well, here's the problem though, caller. Season 1 was hugely successful in terms of downloads. I did not see any real financial from season 1. If I see that for season 2 of the case, then I'd be happy to give. But it just hasn't happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the tape companies aren't paying big advertising dollars.
Yeah, we had a good deal with whatchamacallit, Taser. But yeah, and we've heard nothing about season 2. And there was the podcast downloads. I saw the numbers were. I'm sure you've seen them. Were big, huge, way bigger than this. So I don't. I'm not sure. We didn't recap an episode of The Bachelorette, so I do regret that. So if we can mix that in, thanks for the call. If we can mix that in, maybe we'll do that as one of the off episodes. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see.
That's a Dave guy right there. I appreciate that. It's not a lot left, so I appreciate that call.
Or he's a guy who is like, if Dave does that, Kirk will fire him. Maybe he's playing the long game.
That's true.
Yeah. He's smart. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one half of Jesus Twins, Mark Jesus. I was going to sing Feel My Ubiquity for you here today.
I love that song. How's your how's your manager doing?
He committed suicide.
Is that true?
2012.
Is that actually true?
Yeah.
Is that the Jesus Twins manager killed himself in 2000? Is that really true?
100%.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. That guy was great.
I didn't know you'd bring it up.
Howard, these guys are coming right to the top. The Jesus Twins are going to take over the world. They're unbelievable. Remember those guys were screaming? You have to sing the song. It's dumb. Remember those guys were screaming? Remember those guys were screaming at the manager during the interview too?
Crackhead Bob reviewed my song and loved it.
That's right. All right, thanks for the call. I'll leave the air, but yeah. Old Stern thing, Dave. Yeah. They loaded up?
They are not loaded up anymore.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, better get loaded up here. Bring us home. Let's go.
I clicked the link. I should click again. The link to watch the Barstool Invitational was barstool.tv.
I saw that.
And then I was scrolling down, and there was a bunch of different branded shows on there. We were not included.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah. But I wondered, is that something they're eventually going to try to build, or is that just like a dummy, not a dummy, but like a generic site that they built so anytime they want to live stream stuff, they can just put it there?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. To me, it's a no-brainer to have, I've said this, have our show on, before the Yak on the Barstool.
Live, everything just run
3 days a week, heading into the Yak. I don't know. There's nothing on there right now, right?
I don't believe so. Yeah. And I don't even know, do they even put the Yak on Barstool's channel anymore? I don't know.
Oh, I don't even know that. Oh, maybe they're on
that might have been a temporary thing. I'm not sure.
Why not do that with other shows? I'm not even saying us, but just in general. I don't
because I don't think a lot of people do live.
Oh, but have them do live once a week or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why? They can't do live? I know it's all of them edit the fuck out of their shows, but still.
Yeah.
I don't know. Very strange. Hello.
Buenos dias, Kirk. It's Mercedes.
Oh, wow. It's
long
been a
time.
Long time, Dave. You heard from Mercedes at all, Phil?
I actually got I figured it was a butt dial, so I didn't call her back. A random call at a random time but it was the restaurant's number, not her number.
Had to have been her, I assume.
Yes, that was me.
Oh.
I was calling to say, fuck you, Dave, okay? Celebrate Gay Pride Month in June, and Mr. Yeller, he don't even want to talk to you because you piece of shit, Dave.
Mr. Yeller, yeah, I suppose. Why? That's why he doesn't want to talk to Dave?
He don't want to talk to Dave because he said, Mercedes, Dave try fuck on my wife.
Wait a minute, what? Oh, Mrs. Geller.
Yeah.
Not Mercedes.
Mrs. Geller.
It was the other way around.
Dave tried to... Dave with his pequeño penis tried to fuck Mrs. Yeller, and Mr. Yeller is very angry. Muy enojado.
Well, you maintain,
and
Dave,
he said, fuck you, Dave.
Guy Geller's,
and I say fuck you to... Because Dave no like gay people, and that's why the Minahan show no celebrate Gay Pride Month in the month of June.
We should have done that.
Yeah, we should have.
Thanks for the call. So you're saying, Dave, that Mrs. Geller was aggressive to you?
Yes, very aggressive, and I believe.
In what way? I don't.
She was just always. She hugged me a lot.
Hugged you a lot?
Yeah, she was she was always walking next to me instead of anybody else. She did hug me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
Did all those books get to the people who paid for them?
I don't think they paid. Like they didn't transact. I just sent them a list of people.
I mean, there was a shitload, right? I mean, whatever, for him.
Yeah, it was annoying as fuck, actually.
People at the event or in general?
No, people after the event or before because you promoted the book before a little bit.
Right.
They would email or DM me, and I got all of those individually.
Say it was 100 people and the book was $30. Like, that's $3,000.
That might have been more than 100 people.
Well, I'm saying, you get a couple of grand. Why not?
I just think I eventually told her, I said, if you guys aren't going to do it, why don't you give it to one of your kids who lives on your property or whatever? And they didn't do it.
Give what to their kids? The books?
Let them handle the financial side of
the Geller
and the
kids
shipping.
live on the Geller property?
I believe if they're not on the property, they're like neighbors. Yeah.
How long were you guys in the Geller home for that morning for breakfast?
Hour and a half.
Jesus. It was you, Justin, and Mike?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Got a trivia question for you.
All right, I'll do my best to answer it.
All right. There are 4 former Red Sox players with the same last name as Massachusetts cities and towns. Can you name them?
There are 4 Red Sox players with the same name as towns in Massachusetts?
Same last name.
All right, Fred Lynn, obviously.
Yep. That's the one most people miss for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think of him first. I think I'm.
Yeah.
Who'd you think of first?
Mike Lowell.
Oh, Mike Lowell. Yep, there you go.
That's one.
Darryl Boston did not play for the Red Sox, right?
He did not.
Fred Lynn, Mike Lowell, Al Billerica? No. Let me think. Oh, Bob Tewksbury.
Bob Tewksbury did not play for the Red Sox.
Oh, was he he did some of the organization. Am I wrong? Is that wrong?
He may have.
Okay.
Not sure about that. I know he played for the Yankees.
I know that. I thought. I'm sure you're right. Am I missing a very like a really good player or no?
Both 90s players. One very prominent, one less so.
One is very prominent. Mo Vaughn, Jose Canseco, Nomar Garcia-Parra. Very prominent. Both in the 90s.
Mainstay.
What'd you say?
Yep. I said a mainstay.
A mainstay. Naring. Lowe.
Aaron Seeley.
Derek Lemons. Derek Lowe. What position?
One pitcher, one outfielder.
One pitcher in the 90s. Was a mainstay an outfielder?
No, the mainstay is the pitcher.
Oh, Tim Wakefield. Jesus
Wait,
Christ. Tim
oh,
Wakefield.
my.
Tim Wakefield. Jesus, Tim Wakefield.
Yeah.
God.
Tim Wakefield.
It's a weird game. Like my brain does not work like that. I don't know why. And one was good.
Is it the guy who? Is this a town? The guy who ran for Mike? Oh no, it's Greenwell, not Greenfield. Fucker.
No, Mike. Oh, down in Florida.
Yeah.
He's got an amusement park. It's good. Gator World. A good player or no? The outfielder.
He had a good year or two.
Well, I would know him for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
What's his first name?
Begins with a C.
Begins with a C.
It's not
Carl. Cal. Craig?
Oh, Carl Everett.
Oh, there you go, Carl Everett.
Bang.
Very good.
Bang.
There you go. That's a great question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great job.
Not really, but thank you. Crazy Carl Everett. Hello.
Hey, Kirk.
Yes.
Shane Falco. How you doing?
Shane Falco?
Yeah, from the Washington Sentinel.
Of course. No, of course. I know you very well.
Hey, would you ever consider opening or being John Fetterman's hype man?
I'm not opposed to it. I saw somebody on MSNBC suggest he could run for president, and I'm for that. I would definitely support him.
Yeah, you could be the guy. I think that'd be a good gig.
I'm a Fetterman guy. I'm in. I'm in 1,000%. I don't agree with a single thing he says. I don't even know what he's saying, but I'm here for the ride. He drives the fucking right insane. I like it.
Right. Take care.
Thank you. I'll do my best. Hello.
Yes, hello, Kirk. This is Governor Glenn Youngkin.
Okay, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you? I call him because...
Yeah. No, not so much.
I'm a big fan.
No?
No, I'm a big
It's
fan,
not-
and I
it's
want
not-
to hear about your love story with you and...
About you in your... Go ahead. Yeah. Hang in there. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. No, good try, Glenn.
Goodbye. That'll do it.
That's it?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Well, they were expecting Tommy Smokes on the feed, so.
Oh, was that with a lot of speculation?
I'm sure of that. Yeah.
All right, Milton's. Well, thank God for Milton's. The store from has everything you need to stay warm and look good during this upcoming transition to winter. Henley's, hoods, hoodies, jeans, coats, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, North Face, Fall Selections, Peter Millar, Ferretti, Social Plaza Braintree, Chestnut Square, Chestnut Hill, and now open at the Burlington Mall. You can shop online at miltons.com. Buy one, get one free. Suit event is still going on as we speak. As I said, if those 3 stores, if you can't get to those 3 stores, or you just want to shop online, you feel better doing that, you go to miltons.com. Everything is there as well. It's a great site. Clean, easy, done and done. Or go, like I said, go to the stores, pick up great clothes. You look great. You feel great. Total comfort. It's one less thing to worry about. And you can tell them the Kirk Minahan Show sent you. They love hearing that. You help yourself out. You help us out. You help out a great, great, great partner at Milton's. Please, please, please go to miltons.com. Thanks, Milton's, as always, for sponsoring us this show and this weekend and always. So we look forward to continuing our partnership with them. Anything else on your end, Dave?
No. We're back Sunday night. Is that the plan?
I think so. We're back Sunday night with Mike.
I hope so. Yeah. I'll text him today.
Okay. How's it looking for the third guest this next week?
It just spontaneously comes to you. That's all you can do. You can just, obviously, they're tough out there finding names as I make up bullshit right now, but somewhere we'll find one. That's all.
Who's the worst person you thought about for this week?
The worst person I thought about besides Andy Mayo?
I'm not even counting that, honestly.
It's not really worse because I don't really think there's a bad person that could sit there from the show's perspective. That's just my mentality. But
it's happened before. I mean,
like who?
What do you mean? Who's been bad?
Besides Shattuck, who?
The guy from Florida was bad.
Oh, Duran.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shattuck was bad.
Yep.
It's about. Well, I'm sure there are people who would weigh in.
Yeah.
Who's worse? I don't know. Yeah, it's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if Carabas will be at the live show.
I wouldn't be surprised if he popped by, right?
I'd like to see him.
I would love to know where he lives, where he moved to, but I just saw a little video of him buying sneakers. It actually reminded me of my old days in real estate a little bit. Just the vibe that was being given off.
I'm supposed to subscribe to Nesson 360 for that
Yes.
thing I saw, right? I'm supposed to pay $30 a month in the offseason for that kind of content?
Doesn't sound like a move many are making.
What do they get? So if you Nesson 360 is $30 a month, right?
Yep.
So now if I'm doing that, the Red Sox are done. I assume I get all the Bruins games?
Yeah, you must, right?
Right. You get that, which you can get for free if you have Nesson, right? Not for free, but the typical cable subscription?
Yes.
So what am I paying for then?
I do not know.
Are you paying for that if you're in an area where you can't get it?
Yeah, I haven't looked through the details about. Yeah, I guess if you're out of market, like some things with streaming products, you're out of market, you can't see it. Maybe I don't know, and that helps you. But $30 seems crazy. Like I have Fubo, and I pay $5 extra a month for Nesson. I think might have went up or whatever. But
do you watch the Bruins though, or no?
Yeah, I watched the Bruins last night.
Did you watch them every night?
Not every night, but I watched last night.
Did they win last night?
They did. 3-1 against Calgary.
Pretty quiet. I've heard a lot about Mitchell Miller the last couple of days. See, if you sweat things out,
yeah,
sometimes it works. I mean, right? Nothing, right?
Yeah, but it's just like that's just not like huge talk anyway. Like I don't know, sports radio hits it for like a day and then they move on. Nothing lasts anymore. Right? Well, I mean that letter that kid wrote was like fucking heartbreaking.
I know, nobody cared,
and nobody gave a fuck.
Nobody cared, but it just had no. But I don't know, like what you're supposed to do with that letter. Like it's very sad. But what am I? Like this guy's.
I think bullying is a very sad issue going on right now. It's
brave for you to say that.
Hey, thank you. It's just that like nobody really knows what the fuck to do, and they
sure
can't
you know
really
what to do as a
anything.
parent. But what I'm saying is, like this guy Miller was already kicked off the team. He's basically shamed. He can't do anything. This letter comes up.
I mean, sure, you know what to do as a parent. If your kid gets bullied and you then go.
No, I'm saying you know what to do in terms of saying to your kids, do not do this.
Do not do this to another person. But if it happens to them, right, and now it's so far that you have to go to the school and say something about it, now the bullying might even get worse because you just tattled or whatever. Like,
I have been lucky in that so far from at least that end of it. Like, I feel like kids are so aware of it now that it's almost doesn't happen as much as it did when I was a kid. Like, there's so much information. There's so much.
Maybe in specific, like, nicer towns.
Maybe. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Totally. But I'm just saying, so far, there's been other things that have not been great. But that's one aspect that has been, like, good, where kids are, like, sensitive to it and aware of it and have conversations about it. And where I'm almost like, you're almost, like, a little bit of bullying, getting bullied is almost, I don't know, it's like the old Chris Rock bit that if Bill Gates wasn't bullied, that he wouldn't be a genius. Like, he would, like, sometimes you need that. Weird. I'm not advocating for it, but I'm saying, it's almost like everyone's so nice to each other that sometimes it feels surreal in a way.
Yeah, but I mean,
but obviously I
don't have any history, and I'm an asshole anyway because I don't overly read into it. But from what I hear, like, social media, like Snapchat in high schools right now, is fucking vicious.
No question. But the other thing is there's also part of that unfortunately is also just puberty and human nature.
Yeah.
And it's just what humans do. Like, it's hard to get in the way of that.
Yeah.
But I was saying what Mitchell Miller is like, so he's kicked off the team. He's done. This thing comes out. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like go literally like chop Mitchell. Like what are you supposed to do? Like, the letter comes out. Like, put him in jail? You know what I mean? Like,
somebody's supposed to go sit him and his parents down and say,
they've done that. The kid's an asshole.
No. Like, the
dad is an asshole.
That classic, like, do they have any friends who told them the actual truth? Like, you guys are doing this the wrong way. You're doing everything to appease a professional sports team just to get by, so you can play in the league. No, go take a year, take 2, and actually try to make a difference. So you build a resume that says, I was a fucking asshole for years to this kid. I've changed, and this is how I changed. Nobody fucking said that. I guarantee you.
You think if they said that to him,
I bet his dad's a bigger fucking asshole than he is.
He definitely is an asshole. Yeah. That's how it works. We know this.
So that guy has no person in his life?
So somebody sits down that dad right now, and that kid says to him, you think they're going to be like, my God, I never thought of that? They're assholes. The dad's an asshole.
Then they don't deserve second chances at that point. Like,
I didn't say he did. Whatever. He gets one, he doesn't get one. My point is that kid writing that letter is not going to change the dad and the son. Doesn't matter.
It should. Jesus. Yeah.
Of course it should.
Maybe because they're so far gone.
They're just assholes. I mean, I'm sure the dad's dad or whatever was an asshole.
Yeah.
He fought in the military. I don't know. Maybe his dad knows that.
Maybe.
I have no idea. But like I always say, and it's just human nature as well, like this story is already starting to float away.
Yep.
And something else will come in, and I don't know, it's. And now I saw yesterday, it's a lot of these. It's all this, I don't know, they got the memo, but LeBron and Jaylen Brown all decided to defend Kyrie Irving at the same time yesterday. It's almost like when Barcelona has like 90 tweets in a row about sweaters or something.
Yeah.
They all came out and they were like, oh, okay. It's like, well, now all of a sudden you're okay with this? Like, what? Like, it's weird.
But how does it stay, like, or why would it stay on our minds? Like, it would have to be one.
The story has to be furthered. Like, there has to be some sort of like, if somebody, and there's nobody in the Boston media doing this, I would bet my life on it. If somebody was doing some digging in and found out that Cam Neely or Don Sweeney knew something else and just ignored it.
Yep.
That's where it becomes like a bigger story.
But it's not, that would be on like the Boston Globe to tell a guy like Bob Hohler.
Correct.
Not tell Fudo Shinzawa to do it.
Or he could if he had any curiosity, but he doesn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Like he's not that he wants Milton, but it's not how his mindset works. They care more about covering the team.
Yep.
And I don't know. I mean, like, we're at a point now where the Globe is going to own the Commanders potentially here, right? So, like, does that mean they're going to be more negative toward the Patriots or more positive because they're in the NFL together? Or
yeah, it's a good question.
It's weird. Everything's weird. Everything is so now. Like, for all I know, the Bruins do advertising with the Globe. Like, I have no idea. They're on Nesson. They're fucking on Nesson, right?
Yep.
Who owns Nesson?
Oh, I'm sure they buy like print
in the
ads
Globe. So. I was flipping around this morning, very briefly watching TV, and I'm watching ABC. Just a quick aside. And Chris Conley, you know him, the old entertainment reporter. Yep. He is talking about how incredible Wakanda Forever is. Mm-hmm. And he's the Rihanna, right? That's her name. Rihanna? She has a new song. I'm sorry, is it Rihanna? Rihanna. I don't know who that is. I don't know her music. So at the end of the movie, I guess she sings a song at the end. What are you laughing at?
I don't know if it is or isn't, but I hear Rihanna a lot.
You're probably right. I have no idea. Yeah. I don't know. So she's singing a song at the end of the movie, and Chris Conley's like, I didn't really get to hear it because the audience was cheering so loud during this song at the end of the movie. So he's saying this about Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2, I think is the name of the right. So I'm watching. I'm like, well, he's doing this report on Good Morning America, which is an ABC network, which is owned by the same company that owns Marvel. Like, it's just a flat out like infomercial. Like, we're just in that world. Like, everything is just, like, so I don't know. I'm watching with Harry, and Harry's like, really like, wow, it must be awesome. I'm like, and that's fucking exactly how it works.
That's exactly what they want.
Crazy.
Yep.
I don't know. It's stuff like, it's fine. It's been going on forever, but it's the same thing with, like, who's going to write that story in Boston? Nobody at the Herald. They don't have the, and by the way, I'm not saying it's Sweeney.
No, but in fairness,
I'm saying if they did, who's going to do it?
But in fairness, like, nobody would have thought, let's call it 4 years ago at this point, that like Kirk Minahan was going to launch a true crime podcast.
Well,
like,
who else has done that around here?
Nobody.
Okay, like, yeah. I'm even talking about Cullen. I'm even talking about naming the other guy there, Marquardt, or the guy that the Globe wound up firing because they covered his ass for like stuff. Nobody else is doing that. Oh, Turtle Boy's doing it.
Yep.
To be fair, Turtle Boy is doing that. And that's it.
Yep. But you're right. Like, to act like the only reason is because they don't want to know what they'll learn.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's exactly fair, but like...
Okay, so this
put
story
it this way. If somebody legitimately called the Globe, like a reporter there somewhere, and was like, hey, just so you know, and I'm not saying I have no idea. Let's say they said, we know Don Sweeney knew about 2 other examples of this kid bullying somebody. He got and just ignored them, right? Like, after this thing had happened, and just flat out ignored it. We have documents. Maybe I'm naive as I get, but I have to think they would run with that story. They would give it to Holler, they'd give it to Spotlight, they'd give it to somebody. I think.
Yep.
Right?
But why would they give it to Holler? Like, why wouldn't the beat?
Because they want to separate the beat from the. A, it's not their job. The season's going on, right?
Yeah.
So they're traveling around. And B, that's not what they do. Like, that's Holler's job.
Yep.
Holler does big stories like Linda Marks. Yeah. Or Tommy Harper.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah. But if you're a beat reporter, first of all, because I think that's over exaggerated now today anyway.
But it's still their job.
You're just covering the team. You can call it a beat reporter all you want, because they travel with the team and they report on the game specifically. But like, you're telling me that Joe Haggerty, who tweets out how awful the bullying letter was from the kid or whatever, like, you telling me he's not interested to dig into that story more? No, he is interested.
No, he is he's
not interested in what he'll find out because of how it'll affect his relationship.
No, he
with
wants to tweet that out so people can say, oh, he's a nice guy. But he doesn't really care that much about digging into it.
It's fair.
Call that number. I just sent you the contact. And I'm not paying. What's this Livy Dunn story? Olivia Dunn story? I just thought they called her Livy Dunn. That's the gymnast that New York Times basically made out to look like a.
Oh, I read it super quick.
Yeah,
so
I gotta
not,
read that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it this week.
Yeah, they basically just like they
Set
made
her
her
up.
think it was going to be this awesome profile, and then it made her look like an asshole, basically. And I think it was Jack Mack. You can tell because the pictures were like, like they're happy, flattering pictures. Yeah, it was a negative story.
I was not invited to this college basketball tournament, by the way.
That surprises me, actually.
Hi, this is Bob. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. Try this one then, I guess. Mincy just tweeted out that both his grandfathers served in World War II.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Okay.
Grateful for their sacrifice.
I think my grandfather served.
Should tweet that out. Maybe my grandfather served. If he did, I'm grateful for his service. I tweeted out, I thank Jerry for his service. That was classy, I thought.
Yeah, that was a classy tweet.
6 tours in Vietnam.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
That would have been a big one.
That feels like a block, Dave.
Yep.
No?
Probably.
It is. Sometimes I step away every 4 or 5 months or so and think about Bob Holler writing about the dog shit Tommy Harper story, which is the most remarkable piece of journalism in American history. It almost needs to be. We need to revisit it for a whole episode at some point.
Sometimes I think about as I'm driving, I think about Justin pulling down his pants, ready to actually shit as if he was a dog.
Were you with us for that? Or was that
Tommy Harper's
or was that
lawn.
Steve? That was Steve, right?
That was Steve. Yeah.
That must have been pretty close to the end, though. No, Tommy Harper's
I don't
story.
think so. I was with Jerry. So
yeah, I just remember Jerry texting me being like, because I didn't know it was a Sunday night. I think I was actually getting ready to watch a WWE pay-per-view with Harry. We had the lights off. We had our M&Ms. I think we were all excited. I see like 6 texts from Jerry. He's like, Meters. There's a story about Meter in the Globe about shitting on something. I was like, what the fuck? So I paused. I read it and I was like, am I like, there must be a paragraph that's being omitted or something, like almost like a redaction, Dave.
Yeah.
Where I'm reading it, it's like the story was just that. What was it that Meter's dog was racist?
Basically implying that Meter was racist
because the dog shit
on the lawn and they didn't pick it up, right? Wasn't that the?
I'm still amazed at the EI. I don't want to give them credit, but they didn't like fire Meter from BC or whatever because of that.
That's a good point.
Like I'm amazed. I love you know Meter. He's the greatest guy of all time. But nice to have him here today. I love Meter.
Yep.
But yeah, that is incredible.
Well, he doesn't technically work for EI.
I think he does a weekend show for them.
Oh, he does?
I think he does with Tim Welsh, the Providence coach.
Maybe that's separate.
Maybe he's a great guy. Did you ever meet Tim Welsh or no? Very nice guy.
No,
he's on my nice guy list in the media. There's not many.
Is he Providence?
Yeah, He's probably my top 5 nicest guys.
Oh,
yeah. Really? Eric Fried's always number 1.
Is he a Good Friday guy?
No. Eric Fried is number 1. You ever meet Frito?
Fried.
What? He's a great guy. He's the nicest guy you'll ever meet in your life. Dead serious.
Where's
nicest person. I have no idea. Wow. I texted him maybe a year or so ago. He's a great guy. He'd be number 1.
He did seem like a nice guy.
I'd put Meter somewhere in the top 5. No?
Meter
what would your list be? I think it's not as well. You've met plenty of people.
Top 5 nicest people.
Frito 1. Meter in there somewhere. Tim Welsh might be there. I don't know if there's 5 of them or not. That's the problem.
Those are like former colleagues or guests that you had on the show, basically.
Well, I did a lot of Comcast, and Eric Fried was there.
Yeah.
He did he was like a newscaster or whatever.
Yeah,
nice guy. He did do some of he'd fill in sometimes.
I did speak to Doc Emmerich off air one time, and it was a lovely conversation.
You sure it was him? It wasn't Gary Thorne?
I know for a fact it was.
Okay.
Never spoke to Gary Thorne, unfortunately.
Nice guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably the nicest I ever actually dealt with as a guest was Rick Santelli from CNBC. He's the guy who quote unquote started the Tea Party or whatever.
Oh, I know him.
Like a freak out guy, but he was the nicest
What
guy.
show was that for?
That's for, I'm not going to say I came up with the name because I never got credit for it, but it was called Lunch Money on WRKO. It was a 1 hour, very niche product.
Yeah.
Very niche. A lot of people were confused. They didn't actually know.
I'm already confused.
They didn't actually know that it was an infomercial when in fact,
it
was a full-fledged.
Just seemed like a real talk show.
It seemed like it did because we use guests and all these things.
Well, I've heard that in the bathroom at the EI at some point. Okay, that's what I heard.
Yes.
Who hosted that? Barry?
Yes.
Okay.
He was good. I'll give him credit. He's good at what he did.
Where's Barry Armstrong on the nice guy list?
He was a nice guy. He's probably not in my top 10 per se because I wasn't really overly close with him or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry Callahan?
Very nice guy. Yeah, I'll put him in the top because I like guys
so
like
you'd say Jerry Callahan's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan Whitney?
Ryan Whitney. Very charitable guy.
That's true, but not a nice guy.
It's the question mark.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people in my life, so I don't know if I can even put him in the top 50.
Bill from Milton's?
Oh, top 5.
Not the media, I guess, necessarily, but okay, top 5. All right.
Yep.
Well, it's interesting you don't say me, but yet many people at Milton's would put me on that list.
Oh, you're a nice guy. Yeah.
Definitely not. No.
You don't think you're a nice guy?
Nice?
Yeah.
No. It's my kid. No, I don't.
Like outside of like doing a show, you don't think you're a nice guy?
I don't really know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, not like because I'm so. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. I think people think I'm an asshole because of this kind of stuff, but out of here, I'm a very nice guy.
What kind of stuff? What do you mean?
Well, because I'll just like say stupid shit or like call out my daughter's school even though I'm joking or whatever. Like that doesn't make, I don't know. They hear that and they like think of it a different way than I think we would think of it.
Well, people, you are hated. I will say that.
That's fine, but
I know. Well, we'll call that number. I'm gonna ask a random person if I'm a nice guy or not, because I don't know the answer to that. Sometimes I don't know. You got it or no?
Yeah, just got it. That's a great shortcut. It looks great on an iPhone.
What does?
His name in the circle.
Oh, it does. That's true.
Your call has been
I
forwarded.
think everyone's afraid to answer when they think it might be us.
Well, nobody answers numbers they don't know. So
old people do. Yeah. Well, that happened to us the other day. Somebody did. Quick conversation,
right, yeah.
But it should have been longer.
Yeah, that's right.
Also glad we didn't reach out to the people who were talking about reaching out to ask for something because they would have been like, just fucking get it in 2 seconds.
That was embarrassing, yeah.
You live and learn.
It's been a rough 48 hours here.
You've been banned from Facebook for stalking, basically, no?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so we're back Sunday night with Mike. The debate rages on if I'm a nice guy or not. I would say no.
But you don't, is that
I'm
because...
polite. I'm not, I don't know.
Is that because you don't care to be nice?
No, I just am nice.
But you put yourself in situations to be nice.
I'm polite to like waiters and like, nice is like, Eric Fried's a nice guy.
See, like I'm very active.
He gives off a warmth, nice thing.
But are you very active, like out in the world?
How do you mean?
So when you're running, I bet people typically don't bother you, right? So you're not interacting with people.
For sure.
So you're not interacting.
Well, I mean, once in a while, like even this morning, somebody honked and yelled or whatever.
When you're at a restaurant, you're nice to the wait. Nice to the waiter.
If somebody comes up and
waitress,
says they like the show, you've seen me. I'm very polite.
What other settings are you with other people per se that you would?
Kids games or
okay,
but I'm very isolated at that point. I don't want to talk. I put my headphones on sometimes.
So that was back to my argument that I think people see that and think you're an asshole because you have your headphones on.
Right, but
you're kind of admitting that you think that's why.
But that's nothing to do with like the fact that have the show or whatever. I would do that if I was when I just don't I'm not a social person.
Yep.
Off the air, I'm not a big conversationalist.
No.
Like I am not.
But I don't think so I think like that doesn't make you an asshole.
I agree.
You do that.
Yeah, but I'm like I'm not asking people like
I'm not
asking people like how they're doing and like really caring.
Okay, but what if like Andy Nolan was at the baseball game that you were there and you saw him as you're walking
we've
up?
We've known each other for 40 years.
That's what I mean. But you see him and you go walk next to him and you're shooting the shit. Then a guy comes up and he knows Andy Nolan as well.
I'd be annoyed then.
Jealous or annoyed?
No, not jealous. No, I'd be fine. No, I'd just be like,
why is this guy not leaving?
I just don't.
But you just did the same thing.
I've known him for 40 years.
Yeah, but like
I would. I'd be annoyed to have to like talk to somebody else and try and. I'm not a big. I'm socially pretty anxious and awkward. It's not my favorite thing. Okay. Like, look, if I'm at lunch with you and Mike and Bill or whatever, I know you guys, so it's fine.
Yeah, you can dominate that conversation.
I'm gonna dominate that conversation. Yeah. I kind of stay. I truthfully kind of, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. I'm not. But if I'm like, if you put me in a room and I don't know anybody, I am not talking to anybody.
Yeah, I don't like those settings anyway. You got to know.
There are people who have that ability, but I kind of hate those people.
I hate those.
They're super loud. They're salespeople. That's so I don't really know. I think most people are like that.
Yeah. Yep. I don't really interact too much with people outside of my family anymore, so I don't really think.
Well, I don't think many people do. I don't. Yeah. I don't know.
So I think everybody shouldn't really have an opinion on whether or not, or I guess the default should be we are nice people because I don't really interact with them on a regular basis.
We need somebody from the past. Let me think. Who would? Let me see. What would prove from a... Like, I'll just say this. It would be nice to call this person and see if I'm a nice guy. Would you say that would be a nice thing to do or no?
That would be a very nice thing to do.
Okay, we won't do that. Let me see.
No, he's tweeting, so I don't know. Maybe he's still with us. Who knows?
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, that's always weird.
I thought that was the weirdest thing ever. And I meant to click it to see if it was like a constant thing.
Is it or no?
I'm going to do it right now, actually. Remember how they it wasn't ever him. Remember it was like some other guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, people still do that with like... People do that with I don't know. I don't know. It's not really that concerning to me, I suppose, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah. All right, so we're back Sunday night with Mike. We hope, and then we'll have Mike again during the week. And then we'll hopefully have we'll get to work on that third guest as well. All right, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye.